All right, it's like 1 o'clock. I wasn't feeling too hot this morning, so I got a late start on it. I'm out in the woods though, walking up a bank. Fixed my detector. I think I'm gonna take that off and airbrush something cool on it. It looked pretty cool. It's actually better now. Feels more sturdy, even when I'm swinging it. But I'll get back on my first dig. Hopefully I can get something cool. I'm in a different place today. I couldn't travel, so I'm going up this hill, straight up and down right there. Later. All right, that's what that was. I'll show you that in a minute, but I'm using the Garrett Ace 400 in relic mode. I'm in the woods. This is what this is. It's some kind of old iron cable, and it's got another attachment on it there. I don't know what that is. Maybe something with logging or off something. I don't know. Later. Yeah, you can see I got on gloves today. I hate wearing them. They just mess up everything for me. Like with the GoPro and hitting the buttons, I hate them. Well, anyway, I got my first shotgun shell. It's right at the base of this old hill. That's what I'm looking, the base of these hills, the stuff that's all slid down off the side from the landslides. See, it's jumping all around the place, but let me see where it's at here. Let me get my pinpointer. It was right back in here someplace. Right there it is. It's an old paper one for sure. Let me get it wiped off. It's got one of them like silver looking pen fires. Very few of them have that. Most of them are all rusted out. You can see it looks like silver plated or something. Well, I'll get it wiped off with my brush and I'll show you what it is later. I have this one, but there's variations in this one. Some of them don't have the silver pin fire. Some of them have a copper colored one. This one's different. That's an old water tank out in the middle of the woods that I think probably gravity fed houses that are below, real old houses. And up here you can see some rock cliffs. I'm heading up the hill and I'm detecting. So I'll get back at you later. All right, this is a hill I haven't been on. See what I'm doing. I'm heading up this ridge here. It's a grade about like that. I'm heading out to the top of that and I'm going to metal detect this whole point. This point is facing behind me is the Ohio River. This is just, I can look down and see it behind me. Later. All right, I got about 15 steps up this point, just swinging my detector in places, you know, that are opened and don't have underbrush. And I got an old shell here, I would say. It's 60 and it's right above, it's just a little bit below the surface, and I've not found a shell here, so we'll see what this is. I'll get it out and we'll pinpoint it later. All right, I'm back. It's right here. It was about that deep. It was right alongside this big reed here. It looks like an old one. Let me get it cleaned off. Oh yeah, and it's got one of the patterns on it. I can see designs all over it, it looks like. We'll see what this is later. I guess it didn't have designs on it. It must have been that circle, but it's still a cool one, and it's an old one. It says Winchester and Ranger at the bottom, and it's real clear. I think I'm going to insert these in foam and then frame them. I'm going to go get stuff here in a few days, and I'll do a video on polishing them. I have all the stuff set up, so watch, and I'll show you what the display looks like. I think it'll look awesome, and you should save these, because in another 100 years, these, you see the sides are all corroding off. You can see the paper still in this one, and the head stamps are still good, but in another 100 years these are going to be disintegrated. So I'd get them and make displays. You know, any hunter would like to get one of these for Christmas. Of all the ones you found in the woods, if you clean them up and present them nice, your hunting buddy, you can dig a lot of these, and there's some cool ones. Later. All right, I'm back. I got one I don't find many of, and it says redhead at the top. It's right here. I'll get it cleaned off some more, but I think the redhead shells were made by Montgomery Ward, and I'd say it's pre-1960, and you know Montgomery Ward's out of business. And look, you can see the paper in that one clearly. On these hills with the slopes, the water drains off real quick, and I can get into places where some of these look new. I've not been on this hill before. Towards the top of it, I think it's rocky. I think they're gonna look real good up here. Later. I'll clean this off and show you. This is a unique one. Later. Alright, I got something round in the clump here. And you can see down this logging trail, you can see the river right at the end. Right above the Ohio River. It was ringing up in the 80s. I'd say it's a copper coin. You can see it there, it's a button. Can't tell. Huh. Right on this path. Oh, and this is an Indian, I think. Let me get it wiped off and I'll show you later. Alright, I think it's a fat Indian, and it's clear. I'm not cleaning it no more now. You can see the Indian head design on that side, and the back's real nice too. It's nice for copper in the ground. We're going to be able to get this cleaned up, and I'll show you pictures. That's a good find, at least. Later. Folks, I must be on an old home site or something, because I'm way out in the middle of the woods on a point above the river, and I was looking on some maps and there was activity here, and I've got another coin. I'll show you what it was ringing up. I have no idea what it is. Looks like a nickel to me, and it's ringing up at. Let me get my glove off. You can see it laying right in there. Let me get this off here. And let's see what we got. Hopefully it's a buffalo, and that'll be 2 coins with Indians on it. Boy, it's awful green. I can't tell what it is. Let me get it brushed off and I'll come back. This could be something good later. Yeah, it's a buffalo nickel. You can see the buffalo on the back right there pretty clear, and the front's roached. But anyway, I'll get back. This is a good spot. It took a lot of walking to get here, but I'm finding coins in the woods later. Alright, I got something that looks real odd. It might be a gun part or some kind of... I'll show you what it's ringing up. I'm out in the middle of the woods just minutes after I dug that buffalo nickel. 59.60, and look at this. I pulled this clump out and it was stuck right there. You can see where it was in there. And it's got a little valve on it. Right at the top there. You can see where it screws down. It's like it's a part off something. Boy, it's awesome that that little screw down's on there. Look, it's completely preserved on there, and it's real nice looking stuff. If you know what that is, let me know. That's awesome. It's old too. Wow. I'll clean it up and show pictures later. Alright, where I was finding them coins, there's a rock wall here. That's why I was finding them. Foundations and walls and stuff. I located it. But right off the end of it, I got like a 10 gauge. Looks like, we'll clean this off, see what it is. It's a paper one. And it looks like the faceplate's going to be legible. Later. All right, I don't know what I was talking about, 10 gauge. It's 20 gauge. I'm tired from walking up that hill, but it's a cool one. It says Western at the top and Field at the bottom, and I don't think I have the 20 gauge. That's cool. An old paper one. Later. All right, folks, look at right at the end of this rock wall. Got a iron target, and I dig all the iron targets around stuff like this, and a complete horseshoe. It's an old one too. Wow, very cool. Later. All right, this is what it's about. Walking around for weeks on end, and then walking up to a place on the woods that's got old horseshoes right on the surface that you can tell no one's detected, and it has stone walls, and there's stuff in 100 yards in each direction from the rock walls, and I'm digging all the old iron targets, and they're all old. And look at this. Can you see this? See the horseshoe right there? And there's been nobody on this hill like with horses for at least 100 years. So it's another whole one right there, just like the other one. And look, it still has some of the tacks going through it. Wow, very cool. Well, anyway, later. All right, I'm back. I got a nice hit right here. I'm just walking around. It's pretty close to the surface. I'll see if I can pinpoint it here real quick. I might have to hit it with the shovel. Pull some of this stuff off. All right. Right there someplace. Look here, folks. That is a coin in the middle of the woods. Again. Let me get it cleaned off. Later. Alright, that was a Lincoln wheat penny, and it's 1920 something. I'll clean it up better when I get home and put up pictures, but it's pretty nice condition. It's got that beautiful emerald green patina. Later. Alright, I'm on the upper side of this foundation in the woods. I got an old bullet here. I'll clean it up and show you some pictures. It looks like a pretty old one. It's got a snub nose tip on it. Later. Alright, right off this rock wall, got another relic hit real deep. You can see how deep this was. And it's an old fitting. And I think it says Scottsdale Brothers Company, Scottsdale, PA. Or Scottsdale Building Company, and it's threaded. And it's like a plate off the end of a pipe or something. That's awesome. Look it up and look how nice it is. Later. Alright, I got a hit right here. Could be a shell or something, but I'm going to dig everything in here, because look what I found over here. Found a cellar hole. It's not on any map anywhere. It's right up on a point overlooking the river. Right there's the cellar hole. You can see the rock here on this inside wall and over there. It's an old house. Right up on a point looking out on the river. Later. We're in a good spot. Alright, I'm back. I turned that off and I forgot I had to do this hole over here. Huh. It's right here, whatever it is. Right there it is. It's a shotgun shell. Let me get it cleaned off. Later. that was just a Winchester new arrival, and I found like 100 of them, so I just put it in my pocket. I'll get on to the next one. Hopefully I can find an old silver coin around this foundation. Later. Yeah, I think this is the old well for that place. You can see it's stone lined. There's a natural spring coming out here, and right there's the water for that foundation right there. It's built right by the spring. Very cool. Later. All right, I'm back. That foundation and well's right here. The foundation's right there. The well's right here. And I got something. Let's see what clump it. It's in this clump. I'll let you watch me. It's in here. I don't know what this is. It's in here. You see it? Well, right there it is. It's a casing, or I think it's a 22 casing. Now it's a little bigger. It's an old one too. I'll get it cleaned up. It's an old casing. It's real defined down there at the base. I'll show you when I clean up. Later. Alright, I cut out a bunch of multiflora and I got something round and lead. And it's like a button or a bale seal, and it's real clear and it's real nice. This house is old. I mean, there's been no one living up here for 150 years in this spot. I think that Lincoln penny was probably from a hunter. I think probably the buffalo nickel maybe could be from here. I don't know, but the Indian head penny maybe, but this probably is. It's lead and round. I don't know what this is. I don't know if this is a lead button. You can see stuff on the front of it. Let me get it cleaned up a little bit and I'll show you later. Another coin, folks. It's right here. Let me get it cleaned off. I think it's an Indian. Later. I'm finding some pretty cool stuff today, right below that old house. Straight up there, right on. I'm looking the overside of the lip because I thought they might have threw stuff over. And I think this is a suspender buckle. It's really old. It's complete. We'll get it cleaned up and I'll show you pictures. That's a good find. Goes with this house. I'm gonna take pictures of it and make a frame of the stuff all from around it. I'll have to come back here. I got a late start on it today, and I just was scouting today and I'm still finding stuff. Later. Alright, I'm walking down out of here. I got a late start on it today and I didn't get nobody to watch my little Shih Tzu dog. She's down in the house. I walked in the woods behind my house. That's where I was at. Anyway, I will get back with the finds and stuff. I'll probably go out tomorrow some, but this is probably going to be it on this video. Unless I find something awesome walking back to the house. I'm going here to get my shovel. I just wanted to do a conclusion clip. But anyway, thanks for watching. That's a pretty nice site I found. Get back when I have more time. Hopefully some old silver in the ground. Later.